In the Gold Prayer Book, turn to page 27, and we'll recite the 7-limb prayer. 27 in the Gold Prayer Book. Gosum pegone chatselo ngsham yitu chuti malubu tomene saditun tam cheshat kepagewanam la jeirong korwa matom bardule june drola cherki kolo korwa da jengena Janchu Chenpo. Turn to page 97. And at the bottom of the page is a short mandala offering, so we'll chant that in Tibetan. Sashi Perki Shushing Metal Tamri Rablingji Nidegen Padi Sangye Shindu Mite Hua Idro Kunamda Shila Cheparsho Jetsun Lama Dampa Kyenam Kichu Kukala Kense Chujintri Jita Zante Duje Zima Laja Gecherki Chalpa Waptusa Idam Guru Ratnamadalakam Niryatayami.
Reciting refugee Buddhist prayer is to help us to set a positive motivation. Okay, it's very important in Buddhism. So any spiritual activity that you do, so before you do any spiritual practice, then you try to set up positive motivations. What is the positive motivation here? So just to benefit. That's all. Just to benefit. Not just to benefit people who share your same view or same interest, same culture, same tradition, same belief. No. Benefit every breathing living being. That's benefit every breathing living being. Not just your friend, so that's the best part, the positive intention. I'm going to listen. So this text, composed by Lama Tsongkhapa, almost now 650 years ago. Lama Tsongkhapa compose this text, help us to free from all the problems, So I'm going to listen that teachings, for what? Just to benefit, that's all. Just to benefit. Just to benefit. So that's the, when you repeat after me, when you say refuge Buddhist prayer, then please try to set a positive intention, to benefit, okay. Sanje
Chudang Soki Chonam La Janju Bardu Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyangi Pesanam Gi Dola Benchu Sangye Tu Pasho Chudang Soki Chonam La Janju Bardu Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyangi Pesanam Gi Dola Benchu Sangye Tu Pasho Chudang Soki Chonam La Janchu Bardu Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyangi Pesanam Gi Dola Benchu Sangye Tu Pasho.
Improving myself for what? Just to benefit, that's all. Just to benefit. Achieving enlightenment for what? Just to benefit, that's all, just to benefit. So that every spiritual practice that we do, and we set a positive intention, just to benefit sentient beings. Therefore, I want to achieve fully enlightenment. Or maybe I want to, improve myself. I want to, create merit. Or I'm going to say few mantras, to improve myself, become more kind, more generous, more kind towards all breathing living beings. That's the purpose. Okay. Yeah. Is it appropriate to ask questions during the Wednesday night class, Wednesday night teachings? Of course you can ask. Yeah, you're welcome to ask. Okay. So if you ask too many questions, then you will stuck in this. This text will never finish. So asking questions is good. Yeah, it's appropriate. So asking questions is appropriate. So. If I'm sleeping, so then I'm not sure. If I'm napping, oh yeah. So good evening and welcome to the class. So last few Wednesdays, what I explained is the instructions, the quintessential instructions, how to develop bodhicitta. So, bodhicitta. Bodhi, that's the enlightenment, fully enlightenment. Bodhi refers to fully enlightenment. Chitta literally means, Sanskrit word means mind. Mind, the desire for fully enlightenment. For what? Just to benefit, that's all, just to benefit. Your life will become much happier. Your life will become much happier if you become kind. If you become kind to yourself, to others, life will be much happier. when we talk about kind, physical body, there's nothing to do with the physical body. We are talking about mindset. We are talking about mindset, being kind. Becoming kind, so then, then life has meaning. So becoming mean, becoming becoming enemy of other people's happiness is not good things. It's not good things. So, and it's not just in the religious field. In like day-to-day life, if you are kind, you have more friends. If you are rude, you will have less friends. It's nothing to do with the Buddhism. So nobody wants to be around with the people who's always rude, always negative. People like to be around with the people, somebody who's kind, warm-hearted, kind. So that's, day-to-day life. But here, developing bodhicitta, last few Wednesdays, I'm explaining how to develop bodhicitta. There's two quintessential instructions how to develop bodhicitta. Mind, body refers to full enlightenment. Citta is the mind, the desire for full enlightenment, for benefit, other sentiments. Okay. I'm going quite details because for the sake of knowledge. So also you are learning here to benefit others. If you don't know, then you cannot explain other. If somebody who has interest to learn, then asks you a question, then you don't know what to say. For the sake of knowledge, okay? So now here, 6 cause and 1 result. That's called Junde Menga De, 6 causes and 1 result. That's 1 instructions. Probably coming from Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, from Shakyamuni Buddha to Maitreya Buddha, from Shakyamuni Buddha to Maitreya Buddha to Asanga to then Shantideva to Lama teachers. Okay, so that's 1 instructions. Another instruction is exchanging self
with others.
Self with other. You say one self or self?
Either, but they usually say self.
When they say one self, there may be more than 2 self. One self. One self is only put into storage. So there's nothing to do with that. Now the self there's not been in storage, so probably that one. Exchanging self with others, that instructions. Coming from Shakyamuni Buddha to Majushri to Nagarjuna to Adisha, Adisha received both lineage. Okay, so I pretty much explained the first instructions how to develop bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is kind of like this: the mind. If you can develop, can you imagine if you can develop that mind? Nothing can disturb your peace of mind. Nothing can disturb your peace of mind. So that mind is a very, very powerful one. Very, very powerful. Not here, but some other texts, it says, it kind of briefly explains what is bodhicitta. It briefly explains. Something to know. Something is wonderful to wish. Something this is very, very wonderful things to wish for. Bodhicitta is the wonderful things to wish. Once you manage to develop that mind, you never like the continuation of merit while you're eating, drinking, talking, sleeping. There's continuation of merit. Doesn't have to become monk and nuns. There's many Buddhist lay Bodhisattvas. Many lay Bodhisattvas. You don't have to become monk and nuns. You can develop. Okay, so this is very, very powerful mind. Right now, it seems like it's almost impossible to develop. Impossible to develop. Impossible to develop. Every little thing bothers our mind. Every little thing bothers our mind. Therefore, it seems like it's almost impossible. Almost sounds like kind of myth, but it actually is not. Actually, it's not. So it's a very powerful mind. So there's many explanations in many different books. Okay. So here, the very beginning of I already explained this, but I will touch it briefly. Like recognizing all being has been your mother. The point, what is the point? The point is that we have to understand that we are all connected. There's connection. It's mistaken if you think, I have nothing to do with them. That's mistaken. It's not right. So either you say all mother sentient beings has been by my mother, or find some other way. The point here is connections between you and other breathing living being. It's not just connections, deep connections. Deep connections. That deep connection is solely basis on affection, loving kindness, that kind of connections. So that allows you to develop universal compassions. Otherwise, universal compassion just become mere word. You can say, I can say, anybody can say universal compassion. Now the question is how to develop. Okay, so that's the point. Okay, whether you can get your head round, whether you can get your head round, head around. That's very interesting. Head around. So that means whether you understand or not. Whether you can get your. Sometimes didn't they say whether you can get your head wrapped around?
Wrap your head around. Yeah.
Wrap your head around. Oh, that's another interesting thing to say. Wrap your head around. So the point. Connection, not just connection, deep connections. Not that deeply rooted in loving kindness and affections. Like bond between mother and child, like that. What do you get? Immense benefit. You get immense benefit. That's what you get. Immense benefit. Okay. So then you think about this life. It just begin? It just happens? Like product, some kind of machines just made it here? It's like that? Or like need to think. This is the first time that you become living being. This is the first thing. This is the first time you become living being, or maybe that's the last time that you become living being. After that, what are you going to become? So I met one young American girls, not very small, but probably 22 years old, when I was teaching in Argentina. So the tourists, they go there they say walk out. Then you work for some family, then you don't get money, but you get place to sleep, and you get food. Then you work for them like 2-3 weeks, so then you save some money. You don't spend any money, you save money. So then you go, you kind of like know people, then you spend some time, become friends, then you move some other job. Anyway, we are just talking, so, and I asked her, what happened when we die, just out of curiosity, you know, not to convert her into Buddhism. That's only just curiosity, you know. So she said, you know, the body will probably cremate or burn, whatever, according to the traditions. So that there's some, she said, some part of body become worms or trees or all kind of things. I have no knowledge, you know, what the body means. Then I said, what happened to mind or whatever you call? You know, her mother is preacher. Say whatever you call soul or we call mind, you know, whatever you call. What happens? And it's very interesting. She said, no need to worry. So I said, how come? So she said, it will figure it out by itself. It will figure it out by itself. And I said, how? And she said, like now you figure it out yourself. And she said, there will be another mind or consciousness or soul will chip in. I said, oh, that's very interesting. But at that time, there's probably 40 people in the room, 40 people were eating lunch. So I said, how other mind will chip in? She said, like right now, if you need some salt, you ask somebody. Then if you cannot reach, you ask somebody just hands it to you. So I asked like that. She said, kind of like that. Then I shouted, I said very loud. There's 45 people in the room. I said, Sarah said something. Whatever she said, I said, Sarah said. Then everybody's kind of like having debate with her. Oh, it's interesting, you know, so who knows, interesting. So my point here, so I think it's important to think about, you know, is this just beginning of my life or is it just the last? Need to figure it out, need to analyze, okay? If you say, oh, maybe not, maybe there's one before, only one before, that logically they cannot be right, it cannot be right, there's only one before this. How you prove? Either there's none or there are probably multiple or none. You can't just say one, you have to prove, you have to explain. So what we have body and we have something, what it developed, something that thinks all the time, thinks, all kinds of things. That also exists. So then, you know, cause, what is the cause? What is the cause? Oh, so see, this is probably sperm and the eggs. That's what is caused this body. There's something that's inside the body that thinks. What is caused by that? That's caused by what? It's caused by what? So then, you know, there are all this external law of causality, you know, cause, then there's result, and yeah, many fruit, flower, all kinds of things has cause. Not just one cause produce all of them. Each has a different cause. So that's, you know, probably I'm just explaining. Probably it will help. It will help to expand your idea about connection between you and others. Okay, maybe one. There's now all this lot of explanation. Wrong. So this is the technique or method how to understand connection between you and others. How to understand how important it is, how deep it is. Try to understand that. So then each time when you take birth, it requires parents. Without parents, there will be no birth. I mean, human, as you know. There's birth. How many different types of birth? Birth. Birth from egg. That's one. Birth from womb. The birth from heat. No heat. Then miracle birth. Zuche. There's 4 types of birth. So besides miracle birth, the 3 types of birth does require parents. Maybe like birth of egg, from egg, birth from womb. Those 2 definitely require parents. So then I'm not sure about the Turkey. Probably it's just some. I'm not sure. The birth from heat. So does the parent has parent or not? I'm not sure. So then, of course, miracle birth doesn't require parents. It's just miracle birth. Most of the celestial realms, being in the celestial realms, like there's no birth from the womb, there's no birth from egg, there's no birth from heat. There's only birth, miracle birth. In all the celestial realms, being from the celestial realms, does not have parents. So, so then this all this knowledge will help you to understand the connection between. The point here is connection between you and others. It's very, very important to understand that. Otherwise, if you don't understand that, the universal compassion becomes just mere word. Just word. Just word, Oh, just word. Okay, on this. So now when you think about, like how you have been raised since you are born, what do you know? Nothing. What do you know? Nothing. Even some flies lays on your eye, even you don't know how to remove that. You are just very fragile, very fragile. You survive because the care of affections, loving kindness affections, not just human. You look at that line, so they look so like powerful, but they're children, so raised under their care, So you look, and so you see the bird in your backyard, sometimes bring chicks and how they feed, and all kinds of things. So then, humans are like, we are not born like this. We grow up little by little. So then we forget the root. We think like, I was born like, no, we are not born like that. If something went wrong that time, life is finished. So the point here, the parents, particularly mother, sacrifice so much for our existence. In this life, there's something you see. You don't need to read a book, you see. So now, is this the first life that I have? Or is that just last? Or maybe there's possibility, maybe there's something before this. If something before this, it's hard to believe that you're born always miracle birth. That's hard to believe. Miracle birth requires some realizations. They won't just happen. Maybe sometime miracle birth. Then what happened? Like if you're born out of mother's womb, then they don't require mother. So then this is the technique to help us to understand the connection between you and others. Okay. Why I'm saying this? Because if you have a hard time to understand this, all breathing, living being has been my mother. If you're having difficulty to understand that particular sentence, so the point is connections. Okay, connection. So I'm not going to read all of this. Now there's all these explanations, like how you've been survived under the care of affection and loving kindness from your mother. So there's all this, everything it says is very true. You are incapable of doing anything. So look at the 1-year-old baby. You have been like that. You've been like that. You are not incapable to do anything. You cannot write your name, your own name, like that. It's been like that. That's how we grow up. So now this all that the care some guy making that Yeah. So this is all about explaining. Should I read? Huh? Yes. Yes? To remind all of us how we've been grown up. Marangi subu neba nyam tabi lu da kumba chewa shikji tol. So now this all commentary is based on the first point. That's critical, first point. And according to the instructions, that all breathing living being has been our mother. That's the point here. So then all these explanations. So then I also give you some some idea here there, like first need to ask, is this the first life or last life? Last life? If you say it is the first life, you have to explain. You can't just live like that. You need to explain. You need to explain. If your answer is no, so then you need to think more. Think a little bit deeper. So now here explaining how the mother has been kind for our own survival, each one of us. So mother is very, very careful about what she eats. Since she got pregnant. Sunji never nurses, almost like act like, patience. Patience. Go through all these difficulties. Marangi subu never nyamda da kombacho, even though taking the huge step, and very cautiously, because something's here inside, the being. It's inside. Dagu 9 months, 10 days, according to Buddhist cosmology. Dagu Shachus. So this text is written by Vasubandhu, Indian master, called Vasubandhu. It's called Abhidharma Kosha, Treasure of Knowledge, the text. 9th chapter, I believe it's 9 chapters. So in chapter number 3, that explains the celestial realms, the size of the body, how they define morning, evening, and all kind of many different realms, explains. So in that chapter number 3, so then, it says that we live into mother's womb 9 months, 10 days, generally speaking. Probably not definite, generally speaking. So that's where we live, in the mother's womb. When we are born, there's so much pain the mother bears. Bear? Mother bears. Do we remember that now? Maybe not. We don't remember. We tend to forget good things very easily, but we tend to hold on something negative long period of time. That's why life has not become happy. When we are born, then the mother bears so much pain. Tadu, then even though going to all this pain, not just that, there's pain, and then before that, there's so much caring, then the 9 months, 10 days is not easy. So, Tadus, when the child was born, she feel like they almost found one of the most valuable jewel on this planet. That much, I say, excitement and joy. Generally speaking. That time, what do you know? How to cry. That's all you know. And you move your hand and maybe leg, or head a little bit here, there. That's all you know, nothing. That's all you know. That's all you all know. I mean, you means like, including myself, not just you. That's the only thing you know. Then you don't know nothing. You know nothing. Almost like Uber Shao Chitu. No, they can't talk. No, probably can't to see properly the things that you probably need to see. Probably can't see properly. Chitu. Chitu means chick. No, chick. Kamal Tabushile Meba. Ame Somuchi Yangs. The mother holds you on her hand, on the 10 fingers. She holds you on there. Then touch to her body, which give you heat. So then always has a greet you with smile, full of smile. Then look at you, looking at you with loving kindness, eye of loving kindness. That's how she look at you. So then like every mother is like every mother, not just human. Even look at animals, have no school, no religions, no education. How they take care of their baby, you look at National Geographic Channel, you see. No, then you from time to time you have snot, so how they clean, changing diaper, so everything needs to be spoon fed. You can't even pick one little piece of as a peanut butter, piece of peanut. You cannot pick. You have no ability to pick anything. You have been fed, spoon fed, not just month, many months. So now the more here something, it's not here. How often you wake up at night? Sacrifice so many. Protect you from any harm. And try to figure out that there's no way to communicate, and you cry. Then mother try to figure it out. What is you need, all kinds of things. So many problems go through. At that moment, all your happiness is totally dependent on that one being's, what you call mother. Everything. Because you are incapable of doing anything. If that time, if the mothers don't give you much attention, care, this life will be not here. It's all power is over now. So we are totally dependent on her affection and loving kindness. If at that time, if mother been careless, even 1 hour, there's a lot of risk. You may not make it. There's a lot of risk. So now here, so here, probably that happened in the remote part of the countries, baby eaten by bird or dogs. Here, is very rare. In America, probably that never happens. But may end up eating something, touching something, all kind of things. You have a lot of toys. Before they know what it is, you buy so many toys. They buy, could swallow one, then finish. Constant care from your mother. Then every single day, if the mother has not been careful properly, there's like possibility you may die for more than 100 times. That means like things that you do, baby do. Then when we grow up, now you can talk, now you can write, now you can read, now you can think. You can think, oh, so now, marangi didu tamye la mazembas, sadness. Any cause that mother will protect. If somebody criticizing you, mother will probably protect you, like. So basically, the mother bears so many difficulties, so just to protect you. So then buy everything, best clothes, the best socks, best food, and all of that, Rang chuchi be kawa yuna, marangi ngone, marangi, nozela pangba meba, tunjin jatis. So mother give everything, so just to, when I look at my sister, she has 2 kids, so I never had kids. And so every day, so I can even 1 hour is more than enough to be around that. One is 4 years, one is now 11, so it's hard to be the mother. There's no break. Since the child was born, there's no break. So you with them 2 hours, then you thought, oh, you are going to die. This all message is to try to help you to understand. Oh, then so this is just your mother in this life. So now if you figure it out, is this the first time I become breathing living being? Or this is the first or last? Or before this I was tree? Or maybe I was water? It doesn't make sense. This is my teaching jamma said chibu mayim bache. Rangi sarangama mambu teaching jambi yani yangdu tamyaba jans. You may think, oh, this is the first time. You may think this is the first time. It may not be the first time that your mother sacrificed your own survival, successful life. Maybe this is not the only one time. But she did this probably numberless times, many times. Sedi madi mase simje tamje jang teda chip laja teda hache chi pepe ongi ngoma sheba mado seranga manamso rangi machibe. It's only the Lama saying this is only matter because when you change, then you may not remember. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen. May not remember does not mean it doesn't happen. So many things in this life you don't remember. It doesn't mean it never happened. It does happen, but you don't remember. You can't say I don't remember. There's not sufficient reasons to prove there's nothing happened. Even in this life, so many things that happened yesterday, it's hard to remember everything. Do we remember how many thoughts arise yesterday? How many thoughts? Yeah, so we don't remember many things. Only remember the things that we label as something important. We remember that there's so many things we don't remember. So not remembering does not prove it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Now think about what's the benefit. Oh, it doesn't happen. With that mindset, what do you get? Nothing. What do you get? Nothing. What do you need? You need benefit. You need benefit. To expand your heart, open your heart. You need some message that helps you to open your heart. You don't need any message that closes your heart. You don't need that. So we have to open our heart. We have to open our heart warmly, kindly, lovingly. We have to open our heart for all living beings. All living beings. It's so. When you look back in the histories, so many killings, like not animal killing people, human killing human, and human abusing human for their own gain. What happened in the very end? All of them finish. You do that, like, say your life experience is like 80 years that you live. Even then, there's so many obstacles. You could lose your life way before you reach 80. There's many obstacles. And then, you use all other, like, when you look at the histories, like, you use other people for your gain. What happened at the very end? None of them have peaceful death. None of them die peacefully. But while you're alive, you have so much power. Well, that's just only 80 years. After that, do you have any clue where you go? Any clue, power? You don't have any clue. If that helps, or many more life in the future, then maybe, it makes sense, because not just life, just 80 or 60. So most of them doesn't live 80 years. They live very short life. How they die in the end, you look at the history. So now you can watch. You can, people make movie. You watch, all these powerful kings and the queens. In the end, become nothing. Oh. No. So anyway, so the point here is to remember how we grow up. What's the relation between me, generally speaking, relation between me and your mom. Don't get into fight because few unguarded words. Need to go back to the root. And otherwise, so it's not much. So maybe something to do with the culture. So I do have few friends in Europe, in Switzerland. Some of them are like psychologists. Something happened when their child, maybe mother spanked or something. Not like, still hurting them. They are grown up now, close to 50, holding on so tightly. That's what I'm saying. We tend to hold on something negative long period of time. We tend to forget good things so easily. So that's not how life becomes happier or happier. When you look at the animal realms, when the baby was born, how they cared. The mother threw in front of the lion just to save the calf. Who teach them? They do have religions. When they went to university, no, they have no degrees. They have no religions, but they know, like you throw yourself in front of the lion, then probably going to kill you both. That is not mother. So like yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, so they learn so much. You learn so much just looking at National Geographic Channel, how they protect their little one. So that's exactly how you grew up. So so now how you repay kindness? Okay, so that's that. How you repay kindness? So now, that's the way to do the meditation on recalling the kindness. First, you have to recognize how kind they have been. So now, when you look at from this point of view, it's almost impossible why human kill human. Doesn't make sense. It does not make sense at all. It does not make sense. But the problem is people don't understand. People don't understand. I think it's pretty much the same with all religions. loving kindness, compassion, preach all religions. This is the fundamental things, fundamental things. You, no matter what kind of circumstance, you will never ever harm even one living being. Never ever harm. If you look from this point of view, doesn't matter Buddhist, Christian, believer, not believer, atheist. You simply they are same like you. They are same like you, and you remember, or you look at from them from a positive point of view, and like how you could kill somebody is impossible. How you could kill is impossible. It's impossible. Right? Yeah. So it's like how you could kill if you're like even killing accidentally one small insect. You feel so bad. How you can kill human? Impossible. Impossible. So the people around you, they are completely safe. They don't need to worry about you. They're completely safe. Even the small insect, they are completely safe. You are not going to kill them purposely by accidentally somebody kill, but you don't kill them. Oh, so that's the benefit. That's the benefit. Okay. So now the how to repay the kindness. That's the second cause. Second cause. That rangla thoma me between yang tiji jam masimjet nam kondu shibi chuoshi junji kowe janzo chimbi dunga chuoshi is the four stream. Now you look around. Now you see, Now you see the connection, not just connections, very deep connections between you and me. So much emphasis put on the secondary level, Tibetan, American, white, black, Asian, the Buddhist, Christian, Muslim. This is all unfortunate. So much emphasis has been put on secondary level. Fundamental level, there you are connected. Connection. So now once you realize the deep connection between you and other, and you think, okay, maybe how to benefit them, then you think that mind will take place. That mindset, how to benefit. As I mentioned last Sunday, you looking for happiness every single second. Then trying to avoid suffering every single second. On that base, that person doing the same thing. There's no difference. You don't have extra reason to be happy. There's no difference. Dunga tamutsame mutations. Dungal tamutsame mutations. Nobody wants even the slightly.
Slightest.
Nobody wants even the slightest problem. Nobody. Tibetan, I don't want. American, of course, don't want. Nobody wants. Do we understand that? Do we understand? Maybe not. Therefore, there's so many wars. There's people killing people out of the desire for power, wealth. All this power, wealth, become nothing. When you die, it becomes nothing. You can't even take $1. Become nothing. Your power, what it means nothing. Then you go by yourself. When you're alive, you rule so many people. When you die, you go by yourself, nothing. You go by yourself, that's all. Same newborn child all the way to President of the United States. When we die, we go by ourselves. Nobody there. We can't use cell phone. Like that. What is that? That's the fact. That's the fact. Nothing to do with religion. That's the fact. That's the reality. So now think about all this, all this famous royal family now, just mere name. All this powerful leaders. It's just name. Then whatever baggage you create, who takes? You take. Nobody will share. Nobody. Then you have to take it. Nobody will share. There's nobody to share. Oh. So people, we don't think deep. We don't think deep. If we think deep, then rise from there. There will be no killing. There will be no killing. Oh, so now then when you look around, look around. Don't assume that person is like okay. No, we are all in the same boat. Same boat. Oh. Chuoshi, here the Chuoshi, 4 great stream, rivers. What are those 4 great? Che, Ga, Na, Chi, Che. Birth, we born, then get old, then get sick, then die. None of us, unless you liberate yourself from samsara, other than that, newborn child, all the way to the President of the United States, more powerful person on this planet, are not free from that. That's the fact. There's nothing to do with religion, that's the fact. So then based on that, then you decide to be kind, to be nice, kind and helpful, live, then, or maybe become really ruthless and use other people's life for your own gain. It's only about, say, generally speaking, 100 years. That's the most we live. After that, nobody will live. Nobody will be alive after 100 years. So then, so that's the real. Oh, Chuoshi, the 4 great rivers, like birth, all, gas, so then aging, sicknesses, then chi, the death. So it kind of shifts. It kind of shifts your thought. It kind of shifts your thought. Here in the West, people don't like to think. Oh, this is too depressed. Oh, don't even think about death. That's too depressed. Whether you think or not, it will happen. It's not like, oh, if you don't think, it will postpone. Oh, then it's not like that. It will happen. It will happen. Or it will happen. For regardless of who you are, what education you possess, what kind of title you have, how much money you have, doesn't matter. It happens for the beggar begging on the street, all the way from billionaire who has no lot of money. It happens equally. Oh, so that's the fact. Oh, Jewish. So now none of that is free from that. Juda Chuoshi, Junji, Dogaleji, Chiwa Tambi, Danzu Jaja, Marimba Manja Kunitives. Oh. It shapes your mind. It's exactly what Steve Jobs, when he give lecture on one of the university, treating every day as last day. Why that concept is so important for him? It shapes his mind. It shapes his mind. It helps probably. It's not Buddhism is not something new. That the first time that he said. No, it's been always said. 2,000 years ago, it's been said. Then after that, it's repeatedly said. That's what is death. Meditation on death. That's what it means. Every day, it shapes your mind. How to prioritize things in your life. Prioritize things in your life. Prioritize in your life. How to make most out of this precious human life. Oh. Feel purpose, feel meaning in this life, Then all these things help. Having knowledge about connection between me and you, deeper connections, that helps. Death is definite, time of death is uncertainty. What follows after that, based on this 3 points, according to Lamrim, death is definite, time of death is uncertainty. What follows after that? Everything become nothing, even this body. Nobody wants. Even your body, nobody wants. Become nothing. So that's the fact. That's the fact. It's important to remember that's a fact. Oh, that's a fact. So what do you do? What do you do? Any goodness that you do, any good deed that you did, you can take that with you. Besides that, anything become nothing. Everything become nothing. So therefore, it makes sense to think something positive. That's why I've been saying last 20 years at the Kadampa Center, every Sunday, asking people to think something positive, think something good, think something wonderful. Or not asking them to study like 24 hours a day. I'm not asking that. Just simply saying them to think something positive. Don't think negative. No benefit, no benefit. Think something positive that you can do. It's not something you cannot do. You can do something positive. You think something positive. Think positive. You get immense benefit. And can you imagine if you just think positive? Can you imagine that? If you just think positive, can you imagine that? Life becomes complicated because of thought, not because of body. That's very limited to what body can do. How far your hand can reach. Your hand cannot reach out beyond this door, but your mind can reach all the way to India, Nepal. Seconds, your mind doesn't stop that. So that's the one needs to be take care. Oh, that's the needs to be take care. The mind. What you think matters. What you say matters. What you do matters. So in Buddhism it's called create merit. So that's very, very important. So it's not that difficult to create. It's so easy to create merit. So easy to create merit. So that's the only thing that goes. So then based on that, and you prioritize what's most important things in the day to do. How to prioritize. That is definite. Chiwang namji chame. Time, uncertainty. What follows after that? So then, based on that, then you act, you talk, you think based on that. Purana theta kowe jancho tada chi cheju yiminde mas. So now when you look around, everybody has problem. Everybody has problem. Everybody has problem. Everybody has problem. No matter how good we look, doesn't mean free from suffering, free from complications. We all have problems. So that is the base for universal compassion. Everybody has. We have to recognize that everybody has problems. Or don't think, they don't have problems. They are like evil. There's no evil. We just made it up. There's no evil. No, everybody has become Buddha. Everybody has potential to become Buddha. Yeah, every action is probably not good. Every action people do is not always positive, but that action is not that person. You have to separate that person and actions. That person has ability to become better person, ability to do. And unfortunately, met a wrong friend or wrong, then like guided by some wrong. There's no evil. There's no evil. If there's evil, then how you can practice that Thakpa Ramjam, just pure? If there's evil, beside level, if there's absolute evil, how you can think Thakpa Ramjam just pure? It's impossible. There's no evil. The mind, reflection of your mind, reflection of your mind. It's a reflection of your mind. It's a reflection of mind. So nature of their mind is empty. The nature of their mind has no color, no shape. It's empty. It's a reflection of your mind. So now you realize when you look around, we all have problems. We all have problems. There's the basis. There's the foundations for universal compassion. If you understand that, you understand that. That is it. So then now based on that, how to repair the kindness, how to repair that. Sorry, so much been said. Tinzo Teda Rana Toma maybe to the Yaya Tinji Jambi, Massim Jenam, Honda Shibi, Kondo Shibi, Jewish, Korea Jansu Chibilon to the Dungas and the Jujim, but not the Shindo Jamtapalas. So that's the reality. Everybody has problems, everybody has problems, everybody. Donald Trump has problems. He's not free from problems, has problems. So. Even the most powerful person on this planet has problems. So. But you don't see that, we don't see. So. Tada, Purana, Teda, Kowe Janto, Tarbe, Tabju Yushin, the GM, but then I should do Mara, Timia Taji in Benas. Even just saying mantras, dedicating that mantra for the whole piece. No, do good. Thinking of something positive is good. So that positive thinking can be developed immensely. Can be developed. Not just like breathing to benefit others, and breathing for what? To benefit others, benefit others. So then, so then some prayer that you say at home, and you always think about, living, benefit of other living beings. So that's good. Then you don't have to like, life doesn't become meaningful or like feel purpose doing stuff. If that's the case, then American people should be now completely satisfied. They've been doing stuff since probably like, they're like, so there's so many things you can do in America. It's the thinking. It's the thinking. It's not like doing things or makes you content, makes you satisfied. That's not true. Look at America. If that's true, look at America, what things to left to do? Is there anything left to do? Climbing mountain, going on the sky, just jumping from the sky, going under the water, going in the beach, like laying in front of the beach with the sunbed, whatever you call, and do all kinds of things like jumping into the ice water in the winter time. What things left to do? Do anybody content? 100% content satisfied? No. Contentment, satisfaction is the result of wisdom, deep thinking, result of deep thinking. You could live in the mountain, middle of nowhere, but your heart is filled with joy all the time. Why? Thinking. Always thinking something positive, saying something positive, doing something positive. So, I'm not saying it's easy. Nothing is easy. I'm not saying it's not easy. But it's very important things to do. Very important things to wish for. Important to wish for. Then now when you look at yourself, now like it's how you can benefit all of that. The best way, if you can achieve enlightenment. If you first, you free yourself, you free from negative thought. You yourself free from negative thought. If not free, then try to stop them. That's the best thing. If you, you change. First you change, and you could change, some other people. So first you change. You should change your view. You should change your thought. First you change. The change will only take place if you think deep. Not by doing things. Don't change. You think. So then you think, so now the best way to benefit is to achieve. Therefore I say I take refuge Buddha Dharma Sangha in order to, how you say that?
Time enlightenment to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By virtue of giving an
very powerful word. Compassion is a very powerful word. Compassion. If you have compassion, every wish will be fulfilled. But we say compassion, does it really mean anything? Or just word? doesn't mean anything. It's just a word. If it's just a word, then don't matter how many times you say. But you may get some benefit saying it, but that's about it. Oh. Yeah. So we all should try. We all should try. That's what we can do. We try. We will fail, but we don't give up. We all try. Say, in samsara, nobody is perfect. That idea of a perfection is like, I say, there's no perfection. So everything comes with a complication. Everything comes with a problem. Everything, job, friend, everything comes with complications. What is that? That's the nature of samsara. Nature of samsara. So, minute you wake up, you manage to think something positive, something good. When you see somebody, if you manage to think something positive, you get immense benefit. If you minute you generate some negative thoughts toward yourself, towards others, peaceful mind becomes zero. Zero. Nothing to do with religion. Becomes zero. It's not only like, people who believe in religion, when they become angry, they become nasty. People who don't believe in religion, when they become angry, they become beautiful. It's not like that. It's not like that. Whoever becomes angry, you have no peace of mind. It's nothing to do with religion, no. Therefore, the negative thought, that's the last thing that you need. You don't need any of those. So when you look at someone, if you look at positive mindset, you get immense benefit. Then the power of the thought, that kind of eventually reflects, and people can sense. Well, dog who's always like angry, kind of like fearful, bragging, nobody likes to be around. Just forget people. Dog who's always kind of like happy and happy to see people. More people will pet. Even just going very close, that kind of like, how you say, before they barks or they go,
Snarl.
Yeah, how many people go? Even the dog, they get close, kind of like about to bite. People just try to avoid, even animals. Can you imagine human? There's nothing to religion. It's nothing to religion. It's very important, very, very important. I think it's very important, very important. That's why that's why meditation, every day, that is meditation. You try to think something positive, that is meditation. Whether you're sitting like this or not. Sitting like this is not a meditation, it's just, that's how you sit when you meditate. Or you could sit like this, and at the same time you're thinking all kind of negative things. What are you doing? Completely wasting your time, that's all you're doing. Nothing more, completely. Meditation means think every day, you think something positive. That's called healthy mind. Then there will be healthy body. Healthy mind, that's what healthy mind is, positive thought. Think something good. Don't like train yourself to think just negative. So then it's not good, so just think negative. Then you think negative, then you say negative things. People get tired. People get tired of hearing every time when I met you, you always complain. The people, they have enough to complain in their life. Who want to hear more complaint, manage to think something positive. That's very good positive. So you can say every day, today I'm not going to say a negative word. I'm not going to say harsh word. You could do that. You could make, Or maybe today I will say a few words if it's not necessary. You could do that, you can control. So that proves you are capable to control what you say, what you think. You are fully capable. So now I will stop here. So like how to repair the kindness. Now you kind of like, how to explain how one should understand the deeper connection, not just connection, deep connections between you and others. Not saying, oh, only towards other Tibetans because I'm Tibetan. That's not what it says. Other, regardless. Culture, tradition, belief, why you care? Why you care? Why you care? Why you care what they believe? Why you care? What do you get? You get, if you think something positive, you get something. Other than that, you get nothing. You get nothing. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that person because that person is Christian. What is that to do with your life? Nothing. Think deep. What does that thing to do with your life? No, nothing. No. As I mentioned, sometimes jokingly, your pet don't know you are Buddhist or Christian, or it's not based on their pet likes you because you give them affections. You pet them, you give them love. That's why your pet loves, not because you are Buddhist or Christian or something. No. These are all secondary levels. Oh? So now they will learn a little bit, everybody looking for happiness every single second. Every single second, everybody looking for happiness. Everybody. Nobody is looking for problems. Nobody. Nobody. Do we understand that? Do we understand that? Based on that, then think carefully what you say, what you do, what you think. Think carefully. If that's the case, I myself looking for happiness every single second and try to avoid slight problems. Same, everybody same, everybody same. So that knowledge needs to sink in our heart. That knowledge needs to sink in our heart. Then we need to rise from there. We need to rise from there. Then look around. Oh. So then your life will be happier. Oh. And you will have more friends, more friends. Okay, so yeah, so I will stop here. So the next Wednesday, how to repay the kindness. So the commentary. So, or maybe next class I will begin with the Q&A. So I'll give you opportunity to ask questions. Okay. If you ask too difficult questions, then you may not see me again.
In the Gold Prayer Book, turn to page 263, and we'll read the final Lamrim dedication. 263. From my two collections, vastest space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for great length of time, may I become a chief leading Buddha for all those whose mind's wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by my practice. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings for the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion, in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted boundless peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded path to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their sons, may all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and create conducive conditions for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may he always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. Turn to 244 and 245, and we'll read the short, long life prayers, starting with the one for His Holiness. Ganirawe korwe shinkamdi pendandewa malu shunwene chenre sigwan tenzin yatsoi japesite bardu tenjuchi. And on the other side, Jonu ien ala wang shotu awataret sembara sopa lo sangewe de ton le pausho shashu gengyu lama soa dev. And then back for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tupsu chanjin jangun gewe tenzin kyompewe kunzu do potse choksun kuwele muntudu padok so duje kundu japten shog. Then 7 green tar mantras of Geshe and Geshe Sampo song, Healthy Happy Life. Om tare tu re so ha. 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 Om tare tu re so ha.